Dancing Queen.
Oh,
Hello.
hello, hello.
Before I even said hello, Stephanie says hello first.
Well, because we had so much fun. We already had a lot of fun.
I think way too much fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's raining, and we were like, oh my god, my back
Yeah.
hurts. I'm like, I have a headache. Everyone was like in a not nice mood. And after this dance, everyone got so excited, and now we are so hyper.
Yeah, we are. Everybody got a hugely good laugh. For those of you who are already checking out the video.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my dear
You
Lord.
can see. You
oh
can
my dear
see.
Lord. What did I just do? Stephanie, what did you make me just do?
I am so happy that I made you dance. Finally.
Finally.
How did you feel? Because I know you enjoyed it.
Well, no, I had fun. I really did have fun. But
It's like no makeup. You didn't
yeah.
have anything.
I don't have any makeup on. I'm in like sweats today.
And I'm sick. But
she's wearing like super tight pants, and she's like taller than me because she's wearing heels, and I'm in like
And you
tennis
know-
shoes. And
But you know what? I had such a hard time wearing this leggings
This
because
morning?
Yes.
because
Because it's so tight.
Too tight.
like,
But I do know that you did that because the
Because of the
dancers,
concept, yes.
yeah, the dancers in the music video are doing that. So obviously today we looked at Psy's Gentleman. It's already reached number 5 on the Billboard chart, not just the world charts. We're talking about the Billboard chart.
Crazy.
I mean, we're talking about the charts that you and I listened to growing up. The
Yes.
ones that,
that
yeah, Whitney Houston tops,
Beyonce,
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Oh my goodness.
I mean, because before Psy, whenever we saw, Skull going up on the charts, or if we saw
Like
Big
you
Bang
just-
or 21, we didn't see them go up on the major chart. We saw them go up on the, world chart or the club
Exactly.
charts.
I'm very proud of
Oh yeah.
Sai Sunbin because this is very hard. I mean, this is impossible.
You know, you
It's like,
don't call him somebody. You call him Oppa. You know that.
Yeah, but this is like, on air. Excuse me. This is still a radio.
You can just call
It's like,
him.
oh, Sai Oppa.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, Psy has been doing wonders with his promotions, and he only performed once here in Korea. So there was
he
only
did?
only one performance at his concert. So that was the first
Really?
and last performance for
Well,
Gentleman.
I checked the video of his concert, and it was, oh my goodness,
It was a great video. It was
It
a
was-
great concert.
awesome.
Awesome concert.
His energy is just crazy.
I was actually talking about this with a couple of friends, and how normally, and I'm not trying to compare him to anybody else, but you are a dance artist as well, performing, more than 10 songs as a performance. Obviously, towards the end of the concert, you don't want to do a lot of choreography.
No.
You try to just jump around, enjoy it with the
Exactly.
fans. But Psy was able to balance that, but still do an amazing performance. The last 2 songs were
Seriously.
Gentleman and Gangnam Style.
I know.
But he put all of his,
His
energy
energy.
into those 2
So
songs.
I was like, did he have an energy drink? 5 or like 10 cans of like energy drink.
energy drink, because obviously we know that our Stephanie, even though it's bad for her, she likes her energy drinks.
I know, but today I only have a coffee. But it's
Only
okay.
have coffee.
Well, coffee doesn't really do anything.
anything.
Yeah, but well, anyways, but we had a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I think this video that we took in the morning, this is the best one. So, and you will see a lot of
Why
the
do I feel
laugh
that this-
part.
Why do I feel that this is going to go viral and it's not going to be that good?
Oh my goodness, this is just so funny.
Okay, so yeah, for those of you just tuning in, we have Stephanie in the studio for Dancing Queen to help you, our listeners, become a dancing king and queen in your own aspects. In Korea recently, we've been seeing a lot of point dances that have been popping out of the industry. The idols are doing it, but also other artists have been able
In
to
the
do
whole
that as
world.
well.
Yes, it's a worldwide.
We saw this more of when Michael Jackson was really big in the industry because he did have a lot of point choreography.
Well, of course, like moonwalk.
Of
Everyone
course.
knows.
Exactly. And there is a lot of dances that he was able to put a signature on. And since then, there hasn't really been that much of that, but Korea has really made it a effort to actually put a point.
Yes, and they think we think it's very important to do
Yes.
that because like everyone can dance together.
Exactly. So we've been looking at that for our Dancing Queen segment every Fridays. And today is our 3rd song. And of course, we're looking at Psy's Gentleman.
So we announced the last time.
Yes, we announced it last last week. So obviously it's doing amazingly well around the world. It's topping numerous charts around the world as well.
Crazy.
So, for today's point, obviously he did take a rendition of Brown Eyed Girls' Abracadabra.
Yes.
Now, I know that he did this on purpose.
I know, because, well, I mean, I think he's genius. I'm sure that this is his idea.
Okay.
Yeah. And the beat, our chorus beat, like dan, 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 dan,
Yeah.
it's very similar.
Similar.
So it's like same beat, same tempo. So it's like, why not
Yeah.
and it has a little bit of a comic taste. So it's perfect.
It is.
And when Sai does it, it's just, he does it good, but
he
it's
does
funny.
it really well. He's got really flexible
Little
hips. Very flexible hips.
Because we tried to do with our staff.
Yeah, okay, so in the video, sorry, Steven. He is one of our reporters here, and I'm sorry.
I know, it's like, well, I didn't know, but he danced good.
Oh, he could dance.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
Steven, I've never seen him bust a move, and he always jokes about it, but he busts a move.
I know, he nailed it.
He nailed it.
Funny.
He got the moves.
Oh my goodness, I was surprised. Do you see my face? It's like you can totally. Well, I'm still wearing my sunglasses, but you can see my face.
Yeah,
like,
it was hilarious. Yeah, he was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it, and then he's just like, oh yeah, this is mine.
He was in his own world.
It's in his own world.
Oh, so funny. Oh my goodness.
Hilarious indeed. All right, so obviously,
well, you did it together. So how
Yes.
does it feel? I really want to ask because our purpose is to not just people to see me dance,
Of course.
people to dance together.
Exactly.
And finally, we got to do that.
Yes.
So how did you feel?
I have a feeling that with all the messages coming up right now, that you and I are gonna have to do dances each week.
Oh yes.
Excuse me?
Well, of course.
¿Por qué? Excuse me?
Español. Habla español.
Not really.
Okay,
But anyways,
you're so hyper.
we're so hyper. It's the dance. It
the
it
dance.
gets your blood pumping.
Yes, like adrenaline.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline rush. But yeah, I mean, dancing to the song itself, it's not hard choreography. I think it shows that, I mean, Stephanie's a great choreographer and a dancer. For me, who has been dancing in a few years, to still be able to
still dance.
I mean,
Come on.
recently I've only been salsa dancing. That's it,
Well, but yeah, you're doing it like professionally, almost.
kind of. Anyways, but yeah.
Stop dancing.
So yeah, coming into the studio again, it was fun. I mean, you and I haven't danced in the same room for a while.
Mm-hmm. But
For a
I
while.
was trying to coach, but it's like there's nothing to coach actually because she was like, you were nailing it, and I'm like, okay, sorry.
You're not. You're
I'm being humble.
You're yelling at me in the video. What you talking about?
No, I
Yes.
was like, oh, to the left, but she already did it. I'm like, oh, okay.
She's like, no, more hips, more hips. I'm like, okay, sorry.
You did a lot of hips, so yeah. So
You can't
like,
really
obviously,
see it because you're wearing skin tight leggings. I'm wearing like sweats. That's why I'm wearing hip hop clothes today.
hello. If you can see the video, you can totally see that you are moving your hips.
Okay.
So, like, obviously, just swinging your hips is everything.
Yeah, it's really just swinging your hips back and forth. I think that we can go back to Girls' Day's performance if you guys want to double check it, about how Stephanie was telling you to use a body wave to incorporate your hips, and not necessarily use your hips more. Your hips. I'm using Korean. What? I'm using Korean. Using your hips was more for Kara's dance.
Yeah.
But now we're moving nothing but our hips. So
Right. But the tip is you have to lean back a little bit.
Ah, okay.
And you have to lift your pelvis a little bit up. When I say lifting your pelvis, it's like you have to tuck in your tailbones
Okay.
and bellies in.
Okay.
So your pelvis is like a little bit lifted, and you have to feel that you're leaning back onto something, like a little bit,
Okay, just like slightly.
slightly.
And of course, obviously, we have to bend our knees. Okay.
plie and demi plie. Don't go too low because that'll be.
You're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to be able to do anything. You're just going to be sitting on the ground.
And just rock your hips. That's all.
For those of you who think, up until now, since Stephanie was doing a lot of the choreography, even for last week when it came to Tin Top, I felt that a lot of our male listeners kind of felt like, she's a girl, and so how am I going to be able to do that even though I am trying to do male choreography. But today we have an example for you guys. Steven joining us. Steven joining us in the studio.
The perfect example.
Very perfect example.
Oh
so all of our listeners
can follow
along. It's a super easy dance.
And when you see Asai's music video, he's doing like in the Morse time. So
yeah, it's super easy, and actually it's good for lower body exercise as well, because you're kind of in a squat position. So for those of you who are trying to burn some calories, doing this in the morning, turn on Gentleman, and then get ready in the morning and just do it, and you're burning calories while you're getting ready.
And for the girls, check the Brown Eyes Girls music video, and that will help more because they were serious in the music video. But Sai's music video is a little,
comical.
It's comical. So if you want to check the real choreography, then just check the Brown Eyes Girls music video. So
So today's point would be to slightly bend your knees, also to lean back just a little bit, and then tuck in your tummy and pull in your tailbone, like Stephanie said.
Yes.
And then just swing your hips back and forth. If you look at Steven, though, what Stephanie likes to use a lot these days is isolation. And he's a little less isolated than
well, it's
most.
hard for the guy.
Oh, especially.
Yeah, but
not everybody is Chogon.
But that's exactly.
Not everybody is Chogon.
That's the fun part, For the guys, they can't really nail it down, but they try to do it. That's the funny part. So.
Yeah, so this song, I don't think that for anybody
if you do it like perfectly, then that'll be weird.
Yeah, it's kind of those songs and choreographies that you have to have fun with.
Exactly.
And with the horse dance, I mean, everybody was having fun with it. So obviously this choreography is something that you guys should have fun with. And
like us. Like us. We had so much fun.
See, look how hyper we are after we did it. Our producer started laughing. She was like on the floor. She's like, oh my goodness.
Seriously.
And then all of our other staff here, all of our reporters,
everyone
other staff.
came and they were like, watch.
I want to do it. And they were like, nope.
Nope.
K-poppin is a very expensive show to be on. So
really?
We're joking.
We're like small studio, and we're like trying to
we're trying to bring everybody in. What kind of was what saddened me was our executive producer ran away.
Yeah,
our executive producer is nowhere to be found. He's got the height and he's got the belly for it.
I know,
and he's not here.
I know he's gone for on purpose.
He did.
He just ran away.
He heard that you were coming in and you were going to be looking for recruits.
Exactly,
and so he ran away. He was just like, "Oh, Stephanie's here. I need to go.
I will find him."
I think we should do this at the end of the year again. For the end of the year, for our dancing queen, we should get like the most clicked the most clicked videos, and then we should do a medley, and then we're gonna make our executive producer do it.
Not only him, all the staff.
Yeah, our engineers, all the producers.
Like he didn't even today. Like I asked her to do together because this is like girly dance, and she's like, no. She was like poker face. I'm like, yes, you're doing it, and she's like, no.
Well, she does have a daughter to think about too.
And then, like I'm like deep inside of my heart, I'd be like, I'm gonna make you dance someday.
So this is what Stephanie and I are planning. The next retreat that we go to, we're going to try and sneak in a video camera in our purses, and then maybe see if we can hit a camera and see how many people we can get to dance.
Well.
That would be quite interesting.
That'd be very interesting.
All right. Well, today we looked at Size Gentleman, and we're going to come back. And Stephanie's already been talking about how it's very similar to Brown Eyed Girls' Abracadabra. Kine was also in the music video.
Yes.
But we're going to come back after this and talk a little bit about the similarities, and also not exactly why Sai would have probably done this, because he hasn't said exactly why he wanted to.
He didn't say it.
How he wanted to use the choreography, but we still want to kind of recap of how he made this dance more popular,
right? By
kind of making fun of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a listen to the very popular Size Gentleman, and then we'll see you guys after this with more Stephanie in the studio.
See ya.
All right, we're back. Stephanie's in the studio.
Motherfucker, gentleman.
Exactly.
You have to watch your pronunciation.
Actually, a lot of our listeners, as soon as they saw the music video, they're just like, I don't get it. Sai's not being a gentleman. That was the whole point.
Exactly. That's the fun part. It's so funny. It's like he's like when the girl, she like he pulled out the chair, and then the girl fell,
And then Chung Hyun-dong comes up, and then,
and then just like
he lets her fall back down, and yeah, so that's why he's attracted to Kind in the music video, is because she's rude to him. She like kicks the chair out from under him. She's just kind of like, excuse me, and so that's how this adapted. So
I enjoyed watching his video.
oh yeah, but Psy, of course, obviously had in mind to have some fun. And I think that because the Brown Eyed Girls' choreography of Abracadabra was such a huge hit here in Korea. I think
in Asia.
yes, but I think it also helped Cho Kwon start his career.
Well, because he can do it. He can do it better than Brown Eyes. I'm sorry, but yes.
I think he can do it better than the girls. But it really did help start his career because he was able to use that as a funny parody on variety shows.
But he nails it. So
exactly.
We can't not say anything. But yeah,
and so for him to kind of adapt the he's kind of sampled the melody of the instrumental from Abracadabra, like what you said earlier. The beat and the
tempo,
the tempo and the sounds are very similar.
It's very similar, and the electronic sound that's similar, and I think he needed Guy's help.
Oh yeah,
that's why Guy's in his music video, because she can do the Abracadabra, the real original, and then he will do the parody fun part. So it's like they can compare it, but at the same time it matches. So it's like the music video is like just perfect. It
is, and I've noticed that Psy was telling some executives that he needed somebody that didn't have the strong double eyelids in the music video. So he was looking for an artist that looked very Asian. So they didn't look like the typical double eyelid, big eyes.
Yes,
very
they needed like
skinny.
chinky eyes and the very Asian.
Yeah, petite body. So that's why he was thinking of Kind in the first place, because she's sexy. She has the curves, but she's very petite. She's tiny.
So cute.
And she has the cute, but the very sexy appeal. And so I feel that he wanted to use somebody that was marketable overseas to where...
And do the choreography together.
Exactly. So I think it was just perfect timing.
It's just perfect timing, just perfect dance routine. It's just perfect.
And apparently,
and
I was
everyone
reading,
can follow.
Exactly. And I was looking at the reports. For about 2 weeks or so, him and his choreographer were staying up night after night trying to figure out how to keep it simple and how to have fun with it.
Right, like easy and simple.
Exactly. Because the horse dance, he just kind of came out of just having fun.
He came out, he has like, it's like a bank of ideas.
And
Seriously.
when I was talking with Stephanie while we were listening to the song, and I was talking about when I first saw Gangnam Style's horse dance, I was thinking of Grease.
Yes, the musical.
Yeah, the musical. And there's a prom scene where they do the hand jive, and they do a very similar dance. Of how they kick their feet, their knees up.
Right.
It's not necessarily crossing their arms.
Well, that's his concept. That was his concept.
Exactly, because he was actually
the step. He was actually holding the.
He was holding the reins. But the step itself is very similar because they're skipping in the video.
Right.
And then they do the crossing of the arms, but it's not with the same performance. So I felt that he just kind of put the things together. I was like, oh, it's really nice that he was able to revive choreography from the 80s and the early 90s into this era. I don't think he did it on purpose.
I don't think. I think it just came out.
Yeah, I think
he was just like following or just like copying. I don't know, but it just came out with a.
Exactly.
He's like, oh, this works.
He's like, oh, this is fun.
See, like, 새,
yeah,
like, 완전히 새. So that part, he said that it just came out. Like, he was just hanging out with his friend, but he was just making fun of everyone. And then that just movement came out as a choreography.
He talked about his story of how he became a singer. And he said that he put a demo tape out, and then a lot of CEOs said, ooh, I like your music. And so they thought that he was going to be really good looking
and handsome, like
handsome
idol.
and everything. And then once he got there, the CEO said, are you a manager? are you here for a manager job or something? And
Are
then
you looking for a job?
he's like, no, I'm the guy that you asked for. And then so Psy said in an interview that the first day he got there, the management, the CEO, the stylists, the choreographers, they all sat in a big old circle, and he was sitting in the middle of that circle, and they're just like,
It's like, how are we gonna do this?
what do we do with this? And then that night, apparently, they went to have a few drinks, and they went to a karaoke.
And his talent show.
Yeah, Psy just started getting up on the table, and then he just started dancing, and he started putting the mic around and, like, you know, putting the wire around his head and stuff like that. And he said, his CEO said,
That's it.
that's what you need to do.
Uh-huh.
And so that's why his CEO trusted him to put out an album like
Yes, and he
Hey
worked
and everything else. And it worked.
in Korea.
It
It was a
worked.
huge hit. It was a huge hit. And
So-
everyone was following him dance. The dance routine.
Exactly. And he's an original.
He is.
He's an original. So
Because
despite
it's his movement.
Of course, but I mean, despite the fact that, I mean, if you look at him from a producer's perspective, obviously, in the beginning, he's not the best of looking guys. He's not what you would say is a sharp image. He looks like
totally
an average Joe. He wasn't on the skinny side. He didn't have the nicest looking features. He didn't seem to be that well mannered, so to speak. But
Well, he's confident.
Exactly. But he was confident in what he did.
Right.
He had his own color. And thank goodness he met amazing people that was able to
Help him and work.
just kind of
everything
mold it.
together. Uh-huh.
Yeah, just kind of mold it and put everything together.
And just he's just unique. He's unique. He's talented. I think it's genius. So he's like coming out with like all the ideas. I'm sure that most in his concert, when he does a concert, it's like maybe 99% it's his idea.
Oh, yeah. No, for me, too, when the recent Gentleman concert was broadcast on TV, I was really happy because I've always heard that whenever Psy has an end-of-the-year concert, he always has sold-out tickets. And
Well,
even,
of course.
Of course, but in Korea, you got, for a lot of our foreign listeners who maybe you heard about Psy and you're like, oh, he must have been super big in Korea and he's just breaking out into the U.S. That's actually not the case. He was just average. We like his songs.
Yeah.
But normally when you go to his
not like
concerts,
not like this.
it wasn't, well, Gangnam Style did make a #1 here in Korea,
Yep.
but it was more so because it was a summer song. It was very upbeat, competitive, like everybody liked the beat.
His song was very average, but good.
And you would have to say that he was just Psy. He wasn't a #1 artist. He was just Psy. You either hated him or you loved him. But he was able
as
to,
usual.
But if you look at his following now, the following has kind of broadened in horizons by age group as well.
Yep.
I knew that a lot of 9-to-5 blue collar men loved Psy.
Oh, yes.
Because he was kind of like their idol. Anytime they go to a dinner party with their coworkers,
He's the head of it.
they would all sing Psy songs.
Oh, yes.
And whenever guys go to karaoke together, they all see Psy songs.
Yeah, see, that's why his song got so popular. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone can sing, everyone can dance his dance routine and, just have fun. Because his song is fun, his dance routine is fun.
And he keeps it simple.
He keeps it, well, of course.
And I know that Stephanie has done a lot of choreography in the past. And the more you study, the more harder moves. And as obviously Stephanie's been dancing for so many years now, you feel like you want to challenge your body just a little bit more. So when you try and put more choreography out, you tend to try and go for a more of a challenging
Right.
choreography.
But not everyone can do, like, together. Not our people can follow easily. Because when you're so into your own world and do what I only can do, then no one can really, do together,
It's
like
kinda
enjoy together.
Yeah, it's kind of like lyrical dancing.
Yeah, it's like
where they're rolling on the ground and then they like do a jump and then they're all over the place.
Yeah,
it's beautiful to watch, but
to watch.
it's hard for somebody to follow. And I know that Stephanie's talked a lot about this before. Of whenever she has to do choreography or actually make her own or to give it to somebody else.
Keep it
It's hard to keep it simple because you listen to the beat, and then as you listen to more beats, you want to add more.
Well, of
to it.
course. Yeah, that's like, I don't know. Maybe that's like our I have like disease or something like that. It's like every
Workaholic
beat,
disease.
I know, it's every beat you have to add something.
It's like you want to add something to it. But Psy has kept not only his beats, but his choreography up until now very simple. And he kind of started the point dance before it became popular. So with all of his songs like Champion and all those other songs, he had his own signature dance.
He has so many.
Yeah. But now he's getting more of a named version of it.
Right.
And when it comes to the Brown Eyed Girls, Kyne recently was talking about how she's been getting a lot of calls
from
people, just, agencies, people from around the world. Brown Eyed Girls has been getting calls to perform overseas.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's just awesome.
And they're all calling it the Psy effect.
Psy effect.
Well,
that's the perfect word. So
yeah, Psy effect. And I know that around the world there is a lot of mixed
maybe
feelings.
I should ask somebody to have his number and be like, oh, I'll be in your music video.
That'd be great.
Use me.
That'd be great. Oh, you'll see Stephanie like do the splits in midair. She'll be like grabbing her
Oh, not
leg.
just only the splits. I will seriously like, I don't know. I would be like wire. I'd be in the air. Just do like, Spider-Man. What am I talking about?
What are you
Sorry.
talking about? No more coffee for Stephanie today.
I need more.
Oh, that's maybe the problem. I don't think she's had enough coffee this morning.
Yeah, but we had fun, so it's okay.
Yeah, so for our listeners, while you're watching the video, obviously
I laughed so hard, and I don't have energy. That's why I'm like...
As the segment goes on and on and on, we're just like, So yeah, there's not much to really talk about technically with the song itself or the choreography. It's very easy, like we said earlier. If you've ever tried to imitate Brown Eyed Girls' Abracadabra, then it's pretty much the same as Psy's track. But just remember to make it a little bit more comical. Don't be so serious about it.
Don't be serious. You have to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
That's
But
the whole thing.
the whole segment that we do, our Dancing Queen segment, really does have a point of trying to keep all of our listeners happy by, getting up and enjoying the choreography of your favorite songs.
That's why we made the extra part.
It's all her fault. Oh, no.
It's not my fault.
She made
I'm
me
sorry,
dance.
but you were standing like in front of me, and I was dancing, and I was talking to myself. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make you dance.
And
And
so
I'm
she
like,
comes
oh,
and gets me.
Ida, oh, come here. And then I just dance.
Yeah.
And then
so-
I know you enjoyed it, so.
No, I had fun.
It's
I
all
always love being with you in
And
the
then
studio.
Poor
There's no more.
Steven.
Yeah, poor Steven.
Poor Steven.
I think Steven's going to become the new face of Arirang now. He's going to be like, who is that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
He's so buff. I'm like, I was about to unzip his jacket, but you're right. That's
Just
right.
so he can get some more dates.
Oh, man.
Maybe we're going to be getting calls from our female listeners now. Like, so what's his number?
Just give me his extension number.
Exactly. We might be getting some more calls for Steven in the studio. So I hope all of our listeners enjoyed that treat. That was all Stephanie's idea. So if you don't like it, blame her.
Don't blame me.
All right.
You
Well,
were at the wrong
place, wrong time.
Yes.
all right. Well, what we're going to do is with that, we're going to say goodbye with the Brown Eyed
Already?
Girls' Abracadabra. And we'll see you next week with more great dances.
Oh yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.